when it is time for question and answer. So before I begin, I want to tell all of us, especially those of you in the homeland, that by the time we are done with this presentation, we need you to keep vigil, because the link for this historic self-referendum is going to be dropping in about 4 hours from now. We want, as soon as the link drops, everybody is there voting. So this is the hour. The hour is here. We have worked so hard for this time, and it is here. So you waited. Sometimes we see our people, they go on protest. They ask for referendum. Give us referendum. Give us referendum. Now we have this referendum, and we believe that every honest and genuine Biafran will participate in this referendum. So we will take you through the step-by-step guide on what you need to do in order to vote in our self-referendum. The first question that some people may be asking, and when I say some people, I do not mean people that are really tuned into what we are doing. We just do not need people that tuned in. We need other Biafrans that had this nonchalant attitude to their safety. We need them to start thinking. And they may be asking, you want us to vote yes? Why must we vote yes in this Biafra self-referendum? Why should we abandon this hellhole called Nigeria to vote yes in the referendum? We are saying that you are voting yes so that you can secure your life and property. When you do that, you are ushering in peace. There will be unity. Everybody will be equal. And when you have peace, you have unity and equality. Nothing else follows but progress. Everybody is going to be progressing. When this happens, it means that we as a people are laying foundation for unparalleled human and economic development. Right now, what you have in the contraption called Nigeria, you may say you have some human development. I would argue that you don't even have the human development because people do not reason. Development is not just when you grow in height and you enter puberty and you mature. There has to be critical thinking. Economic development is nowhere to be found. So a vote of yes will secure you human and economic development. When you vote yes, you will ensure that our leader, who is suffering for you and I because of the injustice meted out on him, will be released. If you don't care about our leader, for example, because he's not your brother, because you don't support what he's doing, perhaps you have someone from your village who was arrested, kidnapped, malhandled. A vote of yes will force the hands of Nigeria to get them released. Of course, you know, Sometimes we complain that they are not listening to us. The world is not listening to us. Our government not listening to, nobody's listening to us. Absolutely, yes. But you see, this your vote is your voice. Not just in Biafra, in all developed world, your vote is your voice. In your common meetings, your vote is your voice. You must have gone to a meeting where maybe there's a tie, people are dragging something, and then the chair or the secretary says, let's put it to a vote. The vote is your voice, and it is your expression of your heart's desire. If you decide not to vote, you are silencing yourself, not me and not other people that voted. It means you don't have a voice. Go and vote. What about people that would say, well, it doesn't matter. I don't care about all these. I'm going to vote no. It's okay. Come and listen. Tell them what that no vote means. When you click no, you are voting to remain in one Nigeria. And you are, in fact, endorsing additional sufferings for yourself. We all know what a dollar is to the naira today. We all know how much you buy a bag of rice. Just the simple things that occur in life, you will continue to suffer. When you vote no, you've given the Fulani a ticket to come and kill you. The worst thing is, they would come to kill you at their own time of choosing. They won't consult you. You will have no say in that. And after they kill, they take over your land and the property. So for those one Nigerians, they are Biafrans. We all have them in our families. Perhaps they live in Lagos. Perhaps they live in Abuja, in Kanu, and they have this mansion or that mansion. And they would say, no, I do not want to vote yes. Vote no. And the Fulani is going to come. And the property that you were trying to protect will be gone. You will be forgotten. The thing is, as Fulani kills you, we all know what the Nigerian military and police do. We all know what your governors do because they were installed by Fulani. They will look the other way. They won't even acknowledge that anything happened to you. They may turn around and say that you were the instigator, you were the criminal. And the worst part of it, you dare to complain, they will bring more Fulani police and military to not just attack your family, but attack the entire village. We've all seen that. That is what your no vote is gonna get you. But let us say that there are some people that do not care about everything we've said. We've had our leader. He's been in detention, solitary confinement, sick, hungry, sleeping on the floor. He just told us recently, and this was by published by the Zoo newspapers. He said, despite my unjust detention, demand for Biafra what? Referendum remains my goal. Can we think about this for a second? The moment that the Prime Minister says, boom, we are having a self-referendum, our leader in solitary confinement endorses the self-referendum. Think about that. So, my sisters and brothers, Biafrans, for those of you that profess your love for Nyendu Nnamdi Kanu, I love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now is the time for you to act. It's not just talking. Now follow that your talk with action. Vote en masse, and you must vote yes to support Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. For you who say that you will only engage in activities authorized by Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, now I'm calling the clans of Chike Doziem and the rest of you. You must vote yes to this referendum, because that's what your leader wants. He said, Biafra referendum remains my goal. The portal for Biafra referendum will be open midnight Biafra time today. You must vote yes. For those of you who now confess the obedience, we see all of you on Twitter, that Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a saint. Oh, he's way better than the way of our Prime Minister. You like his way of agitation. He said he wants referendum. You must vote yes. So now that we've all seen some of the reasons why we have to vote yes and not vote no, I just gave you the high-level points. Each and every one of us have our grievances. We have our reasons for voting yes. Let us then go through the step-by-step guide. As you learn, perhaps you are even with your grandmother. If your grandmother is literate, can read and write, no matter how old, this voting system is so simple that anyone can vote. The first thing that you have to do as a citizen is to indeed click on the link that will be dropped by the PM. When you click on that link, it's going to present you a text box so that you will log in with your Gmail account. So in this case, I am the one doing it. I clicked on the link and I'm going to log into the portal with my Gmail. My Gmail is onyemannadi@gmail.com. And I will enter my password. As soon as you do that, this is the view that you would see. Biafra self-referendum, early voting, early digital e-voting. And down here, it will tell you that only adults of 18 years of age and above are eligible to take part in this democratic process. Right below that, you will see your email. Keep this switch account in your head. We're gonna get back to that. And it will tell you that the name, email, photo associated with your account will be recorded. I hope everyone is seeing this red star and a red text. Anytime you see this, you know that you must answer the question. If you don't, you would not submit your form. If you don't submit your form, you would not vote. And then you will see the next box that would say, recordonyemannadi@gmail.com as the email to be included in my response. You must check this box. Remember what I said? A red star indicates a required response. So you must check this for you to move from this form. Once you do that, then what you see is a list of the 40 United States of Biafra. You see the state, you see the capital, you see the former state. If you do not know your state by now, you may want to take a second to look to identify your state before you proceed. So after you see that, the next thing is you're going to see the overview. The overview is a lot of text, okay? And we had to do this just to explain to you why you are doing what you are doing, so that at the end of the day, you're going to say that you are informed. For the sake of the presentation, I'm going to read it. After reading it, maybe if you don't want to read it because you don't have a lot of data, you can watch this, or at least you tell yourself you've heard this. It was read. So the overview says, as a Biafran citizen, you have the right to freely choose your sovereignty. We have collectively agreed in principle, backed by our more than 2.5 years weekly Monday sit-at-home civil disobedience, and numerous elections we have boycotted, including the Anambra State gubernatorial election in November 21, the Imo State gubernatorial election of November 23, and Nigeria general election of February 23, in which about 24 million voters were registered in the Biafra regions of Southeast and South Nigeria. But only about 4 million people voted, while over 20 million refused to participate in obedience to the sit-at-home called by the Biafra government in exile. Likewise, Biafrans have demonstrated unparalleled loyalty to Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra government in exile by sitting at home during our leader Mazin Nnamdi Kanu's court appearances. Collectively, through these actions, Biafrans have demonstrated beyond doubt a desire to be free from subjugation and unprovoked periodic massacre of our people. As such, we are taking and have taken steps to satisfy requirements for a peaceful actualization of a quest for self-preservation and independence of the United States of Biafra through the ongoing delegitimization of Nigeria in Biafra territory, through grievance declaration, institutionalization declaration, and commitment declaration, and the legitimization of the Biafra government. The Biafra liberation have attained the status for a state recognition by successfully setting up institutions required by international law and standards. This self-referendum election provides yet another step towards our freedom. As a Biafra citizen, you will further demonstrate your resolve for an independent United States of Biafra by participating in Biafra self-referendum. After that overview, you will see voter eligibility requirements. You must be a Biafran by birth, meaning that either your mother or father is a Biafran. You must be 18 years or older. You must have a Google Gmail account. If you do not have a Gmail account by now, create one immediately. It is free. Please do not pay people. Do not forget your password. Keep it safe. You must know your state and county, which will serve as your precinct. You must have a passport photo. If you don't have a passport photo, you have to have a phone that can take your passport photo in real time as you are filling the form. Your photo must not be more than 2 megabytes. After that requirement, then you see our privacy and confidentiality statement, which reads, Brigi will protect the confidentiality of all data collected to the maximum extent allowable by law. Data capturing, recording, storage, and access will be conducted in a manner. Excuse me, please. Can Pastor Van please remove William Kersin?
I have done that.
Don't worry, concentrate. Concentrate. We are working on that. Concentrate.
Thank you. Data capturing, storage, and access will be conducted in a manner that ensures the privacy of Biafrans. Brigi data capturing is automated, sophisticated, and user-friendly. The data security protocol in place minimizes the risk of unauthorized access, use, and disclosure of voters' personal information. Data is encrypted while in transit and even at rest. Storage of data will be in accordance with robust standards set by Brigi IT team and committee charged with handling of confidential information and consistent with international electronic data handling standards. So, the privacy statement continues. Only trained and authorized Brigi officials directly involved in the administration of the Biafra self-referendum voting will have access to the database. The authorized individuals will have the lowest level of access to the data and database functionality necessary to perform their jobs. These individuals will not have editing privileges. Access to Brigi database will be tracked through audit logs for accountability. This will help monitor traffic to the database, and users will be promptly identified. In the event of a data breach involving voters' personal data, we don't expect this to happen, Brigi will quickly notify impacted individuals and appropriate remedies will be implemented. Please remove Martin Glock. So at the end of the privacy and confidentiality statement, you have the attestation, and you must respond to it. It reads, I have read, understood, and agree with the above Brigi policy on information, data privacy, and confidentiality, red star. You have to click, I have read, understood, and agree before you can move forward. Now we come to attestation of age. I confirm that I am 18 years of age or above. You must click the circle. I confirm. After that, you will be asked to select your continent. Click on this arrow down here. You can see it is a required question. You click on the arrow, you select the continent where you are residing. Then after that, it will ask you to select your country of residence. You have to click and select. Pay attention here. If, for example, at any point from here onwards, you think you've made a mistake, that, oh, you selected something that you didn't want to select, you can use this button right here. Sorry, you use this button to go next. But if you do not want to continue because of a mistake, you click the clear form. Once you click here, it will send you back to the beginning for you to begin the process again. Now you come to the sex question. We want to know, are you a male or female? Casting your vote. So you will have to pick male or female. We want to know if you have disabilities. So you have to answer the disability question. It is a yes or no question. And it is left for you to determine if you have disabilities and what are those. It could be limb-associated disabilities. I can't walk, I can't use my hands. It could be visual disabilities, you pick that. It could be that you cannot hear properly, you pick that. Even in the Western world, some people that suffered from COVID-19, some of them, if they have neuro-COVID, they've now attained a disability status because that makes them not think properly. So if you believe that such a thing is happening to you, I cannot really think, you may decide to pick that. But in terms of picking disability, it is left for you to pick the class that whether you are a disability person or not. After that, then we have where you give your information. You have to write down your first name. You can see this middle name here. It is not a required question because some people have, some don't. If you have a middle name, you may decide to just write M or O or write it in full. Then you have the surname, and you have to also respond to the surname question. After that, we come to date of birth. So remember, when you are writing the date of birth, please look at the format. MM means the month you were born. So if you were born in February, then it's gonna be 02. That MM means you need 2 digits. So if your month is a 1-digit month, put 0 in front of that month and then the month that you were born. If you were born in October, then it's 10. But anything from January to September will have 0. Then the day. If you were born February 1, then it's gonna be 0201. After you put down the month and the day, down here, you're gonna then choose your date of birth. Please remember that you've already attested that you are 18 years old or older. What this means is that under the date of birth, if you are younger than 18 years, you will not see the age, your year of birth, because anything below 2006, you would not see it here. So when if you know you are younger than 18 and you picked that you are older than 18, and then you come here, you would not see your age. Do not think that it is a mistake. No, it's not a mistake. If you are younger than 18, your age will not appear here. So after you tell us your date of birth, now we need contact information. You have to choose the country for your country code. For people in Biafra land, you will see 234. And then you write down your phone number. Here, you're going to have to write it yourself. It's not a pick or not pick question. So from here, you will be asked to upload a passport photo. When you click on this add file, two things will happen. The form would ask you, do you want to take a photo immediately? If that's what you want, click that. Your camera would appear. You take the photo. Take a selfie. Click upload. Easily, it goes in. If you've already taken a photo and saved the photo somewhere in your library, click the library. It will take you to your library and you would upload that photo. Please, at this juncture, I will tell you, we are going to be looking as the forms are coming in. We are going to be looking. All we need is the photo of your face. Do not send us your car because your vote will not be valid. Do not send us your house. Your vote will not be valid. Do not send us your dog or your cow. The vote will not be valid. It has to be a person, your face. Once you add the file, click next if you are happy with everything you've done thus far. If you are not happy, click back. It will take you back to where you are not happy. You make the change that you want to make. If it's not in the immediate form, click back again. It takes you back to that form. You make the change. Remember, I said, if you are completely unsatisfied, clear the form and start again. So we're going to click next here. So once you click the next button, then you have the referendum proposal question. The first thing you see is this orange banner, and it will tell you that only Biafrans are eligible to participate in this referendum. So, a proposed declaration of the restoration of independent state of Biafra. To declare the restoration of the independent state of Biafra and Biafra exit from Nigeria after having attained the status for a state recognition by successfully setting up functional governmental institutions required by international standards. Do you approve this proposed declaration of the restoration of independent state of Biafra to restore the lost sovereign nation of Biafra from Nigeria, which will be called the United States of Biafra, or USB? Now, this is where you vote. This is it. Of course, I'm sure everybody is going to be voting yes. If anybody is crazy enough to say no, you remember what we said before. All those things are the things you are inviting. But if you are crazy enough to say no, once you click this no, I'm not going to be demonstrating that because no Biafran is really that crazy. But if you click no, that's okay. Then you will have to justify your no, because we know that we have suffered enough. A lot of people have died. We know that 99.9% of Biafrans want to go. We know that even some non-Biafrans are wishing that they are Biafrans. So a no vote requires additional justification. We want to make sure that you are a Biafran. So when you click that, then follow the instructions that follow. We are not demonstrating that here. So once you've done this, again, see these three buttons here. One will take you forward. The next back will take you back to make change. Clear will wipe off your form. You start all over. So I've voted yes. Then it would ask me additional questions. Please select your state and county below. County is formerly known as local government area. We don't use that word anymore. So you will select your state of origin. All of us in diaspora must pay attention now. It is the state of origin in Biafra land. We want to know where you are from. Then you go next, back or clear. After that, it will ask you to select your county. Remember, we gave you the list of states and counties in text format. Here now we are giving you the map of the county. So every state will have a map of the state's county. For people that do not know their counties, you may then, I am demonstrating with the South Atlantic state. So look through, you can enlarge the map if it's too small for your phone. Look through the county, pick the county that you believe you come from. If for any reason you don't even see your county or don't know the county you belong to, by looking at the map, if you see a town that is, you believe may be adjacent to your town or maybe a town that you know, pick that town, vote. And then you go next, back or clear. Now you will tell us your village. Looking at it, it is a required question. This one you have to type because we cannot name all villages. So you got to tell us your village. After you do that, you have to attest. I confirm that the above information is true. You confirm. I authorize the Biafran Republic government in exile to include my vote in the democratic process. You authorize. Once you authorize, now you are left with two more buttons or three buttons. You can clear to fix errors if you made any error. Sorry, go back to fix errors, clear to start all over, or you submit. For me, I'm done voting. So what would I do? I would submit. Once you submit that form, you will get an acknowledgement. Thank you for participating in this democratic process of referendum. Your vote has automatically been recorded. As soon as you click that submit, it is recorded. Nobody can mess with the vote. So, what can you do with this acknowledgement? You can save it. Personally, I will save mine because that's my first vote for Biafra. I've never really casted any vote in Nigeria. This is my first vote, so I'm gonna save mine. If you save it, you can post it on your social media handle and make it trend. For people that do not even know what's going on, they will go, what's happening? Post it. You can frame it, you can cherish it, because again, it is your very first vote. as a proud Biafran. So, the committee will have been listening to different platforms, different meetings and broadcasts by our social media group, and we've been hearing a lot of questions. We tried to put things together to help in answering some of these questions. So, how can you help others to vote using their device, like the phone, tablet, or PC? The key word here is help. Help. We are helping people with their consent. So what you do, you click on the link. Before you are helping somebody, you've already voted. This voting is akin to the instructions that they give you in the airplane, that if there's a loss in pressure, cabin pressure, protect yourself with the oxygen mask before you even protect your newborn baby. So vote first. After you are done voting, click on the link again. And you will be presented with this image. Remember, I just voted, and my email that I used is onyemannadi@gmail.com. I told you to remember this switch account. So once you click on that link, your email will still come up. Don't be confused. Don't go, oh, why is my email coming now? All you have to do is to click on the switch account. When you click on that switch account, it presents you with a text box. Now, I am going to be helping Chidiuzo. I'm going to type in Chidiuzo's Gmail. Enter Chidiuzo's password. And I would then repeat all the process. I am a female. Chidiuzo supposedly is a male. So I'm going to vote, click male for Chidiuzo. We may be from different states. He will tell me his state. Click that state for Chidiuzo. Just use Chidiuzo's information and photo to continue. If Chidiuzo is in China and I'm helping Chidiuzo here, it means I am not in the same place with Chidiuzo. So Chidiuzo will have to send me his photo, and I'm going to use Chidiuzo's photo to vote for Chidiuzo. So that is how you can help people vote. What do you expect after the voting? As we were putting all these together, we were testing. And I'm going to show using 8 respondents so that things will not get messy. What you expect to see. The first thing, whether you are male or female, what percentage or number of people that voted are males, what percentage are females. So for me, I'm going to be looking at, I will really be curious. From the testing, females are more enthusiastic than males. I want to know, Biafrans, are females more enthusiastic than males? Would females win this voting, or would males be more? We will know. From this vote of males and females, we will be able to extract the continent of people that voted. For example, are people in the African continent more enthusiastic? Therefore, they will have the highest vote, like the 37.5. Are people in Europe more enthusiastic? We break that vote down. Country of residence. Are people in Biafra land more enthusiastic? Biafrans in Biafra land, this is the time for you to show, yes, we are more enthusiastic, because when you go to that country of residence, Biafra is a country, Nigeria is its own country. State of origin. Which state will carry the vote? Everybody will vote for their state. And we may even go down to the local government information to know which local government, which county, and which village is more enthusiastic. So this is just an example of how we will break down the votes. A lot of people may be telling you, oh, why are you guys doing this? Some will come with distractions. We are already seeing a lot of them. Ignore them. They have a lot of things to say. Ignore them. That's the best answer. Use cutting boards to just cover your ears and focus. But if you must respond to them, if they tell you that your PM is collecting your data, tell them yes. By voting in this referendum, you are empowering Biafra government to bring freedom to you. Nobody else is going to do it for you. If they tell you that referendum is not in the Constitution of Nigeria, just laugh. Tell them that fortunately, Biafra has a government with the right to conduct self-referendum, and you must vote. What if they tell you that your vote will not count? Because they know that in Nigeria, their votes don't count. Tell them that Biafra is not Nigeria, and that in Biafra, every vote will count. What else can they tell you? You may have met them. You can fill in the blanks. But the most important thing is, do not ever allow them to confuse you. You must vote. So let's get to the FAQs that we compiled. This is not an exhaustive list, but just to help some people keep spreading the gospel and keep answering the questions. Some of them we may not have covered here. Bring them to our media team. They are doing a great job. So, question, who can vote in this referendum? Only adults 18 years and older can vote. Can I vote if I live in diaspora without papers? Yes. The referendum is for all Biafrans, whether you are living in the homeland or whether you are in diaspora with or without legal papers. You can vote. May I help Biafrans with difficulty cast their vote? Yes, with their consent, you can assist those that cannot read, do not have phone or data, cast their vote. Can I use any email address? No, only Gmail can be used. How many Gmail accounts can I create on my phone or my device? You can create multiple Gmail accounts on one device. How many Gmail accounts can I verify with one phone number? You can verify 4 Gmail accounts with the same phone number. If I can only verify 4 Gmail accounts, How can I help more than 4 people create their Gmail account so they can vote? You have to create each Gmail account without a phone number by using the steps below. Go to Gmail, create a username and password. Keep the password safe. Go next. Then you have the option to skip phone number verification. You have to click skip, and in some applications, it is not now. But be sure to add a recovery email address that you may use if you need to. Then you go next. You will be asked for the birthday and gender of the person you are creating the Gmail account for. You add that and you go next, then agree to their policy, and you have an account. It doesn't require money. It is easy. How long does it take to vote? It takes about 2 minutes to cast your vote. What does this mean in practical terms? It means that you can help about 5 people in 10 minutes if they have emails and photos ready to go. You need just as little as 3.5 hours to help 100 people. It is that easy. Question: can Nigeria block this referendum voting? We have a simple answer. We dare them to try. So, dear friends, if you have additional questions, you know who to contact. We have liaison officers and representatives all over the world. We have de facto administrators and reps in Biafran land. And in fact, we have our Brigi Media team. They are all over the place. X, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and even TikTok. You can also visit Biafra Republic Government in Exile website. And we are hoping that when things are done, the Prime Minister will post this educational material so people can download it. We will put it in a way that you can print it in handout format so that you may have 6 pages on 1 page. That way we conserve papers. And when you save it as PDF, then you do not have the need to be hooked up to the internet to save your data. So with this, I will say thank you very much, Biafrans. Thank you, Prime Minister, and thank you, the committee in charge of